Today we are going to discuss Newton-Raphson method problem. We, we have x cube minus 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. We have to solve this equation using Newton-Raphson method at the point x is equal to 2. Given f of x is equal to x cube minus 3x minus 5 and f of 0, in place of x substitute 0, you are going to get minus 5, which is a negative value. If you substitute in place of x1, you are going to get minus 7, which is also a negative value. If you substitute in place of x2, you are going to get minus 3, which is also a negative value. In place of x you substitute 3, you are going to get 13, a positive value. Therefore, always root lies between two consecutive opposite signs. F of 2 is a negative value, f of 3 is a positive value. Therefore, root lies between 2 and 3. Okay, by Newton-Raphson method, x1 is x0 minus f of x0 by f dash of x0. This is the formula. Therefore, x0 startup value he has given as 2. Okay, we require f dash of x also. Therefore, f dash of x means f of x is this much. F dash of x means x cube differentiation 3x square, 3x differentiation 3. And start x0 value already has given as 2. Therefore, substitute in the formula x1 is equal to x0 minus f of x0. F of x0 means in this equation x replaced with x0 divided by f dash of x0. In this equation x replaced with x0 here. So if you substitute in place of x0 2 and simplify, you are going to get the value as 2.43. So in calculator, how will you apply the formula in the calc? Means this is the notation, bracket notation, so on and so forth. Similarly, x2 is equal to the formula is x2 formula is x1 minus f of x1 by f dash of x1. So if you again do the problem, x2 is equal to 2.2805. Similarly, x3 is 2.2790. Similarly, x4 is equal to 2.2790. Therefore, x3 and x4 are the same values we are going to get. Therefore, approximate root is 2.2790. Thank you. Today we are going to discuss Newton-Raphson method problem. Given that x into e power x minus 2 is equal to 0, solve this equation using Newton-Raphson method corrected up to 3 decimal places. So f of x is x into e power x minus 2 and f of 0, in place of x substitute 0, you are going to get minus 2, which is a negative value. Similarly, if you substitute in place of x1, you are going to get it as 0.7183, which is a positive value. Always the root lies between two consecutive opposite signs. Here f of 0 is a negative value, 1 is a positive value. Therefore, the root lies between 0 and 1. Okay, and f dash of x we have to find out. F dash of x is, this is UV method. Therefore, x into e power x differentiation is e power x plus. Now you keep e power x fixed. X differentiation is 1. Okay, and 2 differentiation is 0. So we have to find out x0 also. Why? Because the formula for the Newton-Raphson method is x1 is equal to x0 minus f of x0 by f dash of x0. x1 is equal to x0 minus f of x0 by f dash of x0. So how will you find out x0? Means the root lies between 0 and 1. So you take the average of these two numbers, that is 0.5. Therefore, x0 is 0.5. Okay. Now you substitute the values in the equation and simplify. You are going to get it as x1 is equal to 0.9754. Similarly, if you substitute x2 formula is x1 minus f of x1 by f dash of x1, where x1 is equal to this much. Now you have to substitute this value in the equation. You will get x2 is equal to 0.8634. Similarly, x3 is equal to 0.8527 and x4 is 0.8526. Therefore, approximate root is 0.8526. So in the calc you have to enter like this, then only you will get the answer. Thank you. Today we are going to discuss Newton-Raphson method problem. Given that x sin x plus cos x is equal to 0 using Newton-Raphson method. Okay. F of x is given x sin x plus cos x. Okay, and f of 0 is equal to 1. It is a positive value. In place of x you substitute 0 and you are going to get 1, which is a positive value. And in place of x you substitute 1, you are going to get it as 1.3818, which is also a positive value. In place of x you substitute 2, you are going to get 1.4024, which is also a positive value. F of 3 is minus 0.5366, which is a negative value. Therefore, the root lies between 2 and 3. And x naught is nothing but average of these two numbers. X naught you consider the average of these two numbers, 2 plus 3, that is 2.5. And now f dash of x is x sin x differentiation. X into x, you fix the x sin x differentiation is cos x plus, now you fix the sin x and x differentiation is 1 and cos x differentiation is minus sin x. Therefore, sin x minus sin x will get cancelled. F dash of x is equal to x cos x. And we have by Newton-Raphson method x1 is equal to x naught minus f of x naught by f dash of x naught. Okay, where x naught is 2.5. X naught is 2.5. F dash of x is this much formula, this much equation. F of x is this one. So in place of x you substitute 2.5, you are going to get it as x1 as 2.8470. Next, x2 is equal to formula is x2 is equal to x1 minus f of x1 by f dash of x1. In place of x1 you substitute 2.8470 and you will get x2 as 2.7992. Similarly, x3 is equal to 2.7984. Similarly, x4 is equal to 2.7984. Therefore, the approximate root is 2.7984. Thank you. Today we are going to discuss Newton-Raphson method problem. Evaluate root 28. So let root 28 be considered as x. That means squaring both sides. 28 is equal to x square. That implies x square minus 28 is equal to 0. So instead of giving this x square minus 28 is equal to 0, he has given evaluate root 28. So this is our f of x. F of x is x square minus 28 and f of 0 is a negative value and f of 1 is also a negative value and f of 2 is also a negative, f of 3 is a negative, f of 4 is a negative value, f of 5 is a negative value and f of 6 is a positive value. Therefore, the root lies between 5 and 6 and x naught is average of these two numbers, that is 5.5 and f dash of x is 2x. And by Newton-Raphson method x1 is equal to x naught minus f of x naught by f dash of x naught. So in calc you have to enter like this. Okay, then you will get x1 is equal to 5.2954 and similarly x2 is equal to nothing but x1 minus f of x1 by f dash of x1, where x1 is equal to, you have to substitute this value, then you will get x2 as this one. Similarly, x3 is 5.2915, therefore approximate root is 5.2915. Thank you. We have x tan x plus 1 is equal to 0. Using Newton-Raphson method, you have to solve. F of x is equal to x tan x plus 1. And in place of x you substitute 0, you are going to get 1. It is a positive value. Similarly, in place of x1, you are going to get also a positive value. In place of x2, you are going to get a negative value. Therefore, the root lies between 1 and 2. Okay, next 2. If you say in place of x you substitute 3, you are going to get 0.5723, which is also a positive value. Also, the root also lies between 2 and 3. Okay, now we are considering the root lies between 2 and 3, and we are solving the problem. x0 you have to consider as average of these two numbers, that is 2.5, and f dash of x is nothing but x, you fix the x, and tan x differentiation is secant square x, plus you fix the tan x and x differentiation is 1, and 1 differentiation is 0, therefore f dash of x is like this. By Newton-Raphson method, x1 is equal to x0 minus f of x0 by f dash of x0. In calc you have to enter the operation like this. So if you do like this, x1 is 2.7755. Next, x2 formula is x2 is x1 minus f of x1 by f dash of x1, where x1 is 2.7755. So then you will get 2.7984. Similarly, x3 is 2.7984. Therefore, approximate root is 2.7984. Thank you.